cannot believe that I have made a $30 billion media empire this mad at me.
Hey, what's up guys? Legal Bro here. Today we're taking a look at somebody that got a cease and desist letter from Turner Broadcasting relating to CNN and Mythbusters. Let's get into it.
I cannot believe that I have made a $30 billion media empire this mad at me, because this is a letter from Turner Broadcast System Inc.'s legal counsel. That's the company that owns CNN, Discovery Channel, a ton of other things. Do you know what I would be doing right now if I owned CNN and Discovery Channel? Probably, I don't know, starting a submarine tour company that visits the Titanic. I definitely wouldn't be sending threatening letters to a guy who makes YouTube videos in his garage. Dear Mr. Pan, I write on behalf of Turner Broadcast Systems, Inc. The Turner Properties and Discovery Properties requested I reach out to you to address some incorrect statements you have made publicly regarding CNN and Mythbusters related.
All right, so we're off to a hot start. Cease and desist, right? What does that mean? It's a nice fancy legal phrase for, listen pal, if you don't stop what you're doing, we're coming for you. Like how the mob used to shake down the bodega on the street and they're like, we're gonna take a baseball cap to your knees if you don't come up with the money by Friday.
Who's gone till Friday, huh?
What happens on Friday?
Well, Friday is a day that we may or may not be forced to chop your limbs off and distribute them evenly amongst your friends and your family. And that's Friday.
Friday.
That's basically what Turner's doing here, but they're saying, look, pal, if you don't do what we're asking you to do by this time and this date, we are going to file a lawsuit against you and we're going to come for everything you love.
Goods and or services. Now, if you don't know what they're talking about, last year I published a video dunking on CNN because they stole one of my videos by creating my own news company called CUM.
Also, I bought the Mythbusters trademark for apparel because Discovery Channel forgot to renew it. And that way, I thought I'd be able to sell my own original Mythbuster shirts and parody CUM shirts
in my merch store, which right now is realbustedmerch.com.
That is absolutely amazing.
And
One of the
I
most
didn't think it was a
clever
big
things
deal.
I've seen.
I thought it was really, really funny. But I guess Mr. CNN and Discovery didn't think so. At the same time they sent this letter, the company that makes my t-shirts got a cease and desist. Not for the Mythbuster shirts, that's what my first guess was, but for the CUM shirts. Because apparently the flavor and consistency of CNN is already so indistinguishable from cum that this no longer counts as parody. The crazy thing is, I think if they could have sent a cease and desist for the Mythbuster shirts, they would have, which I think implies that my registration for the Mythbusters trademark is actually acting like an invincibility shield.
But
Okay, so just to recap, he gets one of these love letters from Turner Broadcasting, and then the person that is manufacturing these t-shirts, right, the one that's creating them, also gets a love letter saying, hey, that CNN aka cum t-shirt that you're making, you better knock it off, folks. You better get rid of that, because otherwise we're coming for you and everything that you love. Whew, these guys got some smoke.
I'm not actually going to claim that I have the rights to sell Mythbuster shirts because the letter takes issue with that. All I'm going to say is that I gave the United States Trademark Office $250 and then I got these emails.
I am not a lawyer, but I did talk to a real lawyer, and he let me know that I am, in the legal sense, fucked. Because this letter then outlines 4 demands that apparently I have to comply with, or I'm probably going to get sued. 1, that I abandon my registration for the Mythbusters trademark. 2, that I remove all of the logos and words that they don't like from all of my websites and social media. 3, that I give them the original URLs for my merch stores, cnn.legal and officialmythbustersmerch.com. And 4, that I destroy all of the remaining
Wow. Transfer the domain names cnn.legal and officialmythbustersmerch.com. That is amazing.
merch I have in my possession.
But this is the part that makes my sphincter really pucker up.
The rights owners reserve their rights to seek all remedies, including damages, injunctive relief, and reimbursement of any attorney's fees that are required to address your unauthorized uses if you choose not to comply.
All right, baby, here's your legal lesson of the day. There's only 2 ways in America that you get attorney's fees. What are they, folks? Number 1, in a contract. Number 2, by statute. Unless you have a contractual or a statutory fee shifting provision or a fee provision, you are not going to be able to get your attorney's fees even if you win a lawsuit. Unlike our British friends who we beat in the American Revolution several hundred years ago, where the winner wins attorney's fees, we do not have that type of system. In the US legal system, our fees are either based under a contract or under a statute. Otherwise, you're unable to recover your fees. Obviously, if the attorney is putting in here damages, injunctive relief, and reimbursement of attorney's fees, they likely would have a chance to recover those fees to go after anything that they believed would be their trademark or copyright, etc. Damages here are their brand or whatever they believe that they've sustained as damages as it relates to the unlawful conduct. Injunctive relief is when they go to the court and they say, hey, court, yes, CNN and Cum have the same logo. We need to make sure that our brand is not being tainted by this. You need to issue an injunction that stops the conduct, right? We need to get these t-shirts off the streets. We need to make sure that we clear up our brand and our imaging a little bit. Now, that injunctive relief, that could be for several of the things that you're seeing in here. It could be related to the trademarks. It could be related to the merch. Could be related to they think that he is unlawfully tainting the brand, no pun intended, with the CNN versus Cum. I think it's clever. I think he's on a roll. I mean, I think it's great. But I could see why they'd be pissed by it.
Real quick, I just wanted to say that Attorney Tom / Attorney Reacts content is now on Spotify. We just launched a partnered show. Link in the description. Go check it out. Now, back to the video.
And a real lawyer has assured me that these attorneys' fees they're talking about for a company this size could easily be more money than I would ever make in my entire life.
So if I fight the letter, I'll have no money.
Yeah, and you got to remember, folks, every time they put, hey, we're going to get attorney's fees and costs from you and all of that, that attorney at Turner knows they're probably never going to collect it, right? Famous YouTuber like this, he might make enough money per month where this would cause them some problems and they'd recover some money. But most people, if Turner Broadcasting sent their legal bill to them, they'd be like, buddy, this ain't even worth the paper it's written on. Go ahead and take this back, right? Turner Broadcasting, their lawyers are getting paid $800 to $1,200 an hour, maybe less, maybe it's $500 an hour, I don't know. Regardless, if they're required to litigate this case and win, you know they're going to ask the judge for $800 or more an hour. At least their partners will. He will be up a creek. He's definitely taking the smarter long-term play here because he may be on the hook, and if he is on the hook, he'll be toast.
But I will still have a ton of t-shirts, and maybe that's enough for me to live off of.
So they're illegal shirts now. We got the cease and desist. I cannot sell them anymore. I don't know how I'm gonna get rid of all these cum shirts. I still have about 1,000 Mythbuster shirts that I can sell for maybe another week at realbustedmerch.com. Yeah, like I've got some shirts that I need to give away. Would you accept that instead of money?
No.
Can I just get some nachos then?
It turns out,
Okay, so he's an absolute G in my book because he's getting nachos from the drive-thru window at Taco Bell. Who doesn't get the $5 box? I don't know. Just get straight up nachos? Unbelievable.
I can't live without money.
Hey Sarah, I just want to call and say yeah, I was wrong and you were right.
I think it's awesome what you did too, the parody of the CNN.
Sarah Palin can see Russia from her house, folks. Doesn't Sarah Palin have some saying too? Like the only thing different between a hockey mom and a bulldog is lipstick or something? Anyway, she can see Russia from her house. Take her advice.
And logo, cease and desist. I hope that you don't comply.
All right, thanks, love you, bye.
And after hearing Sarah Palin encouraging me to fight the letter, I realized that would be the dumbest, worst mistake of my entire life.
So I have responded to them in email. I've let them know I'm not fighting this. I am bending the knee. I have chosen to bend over and bend both of my knees.
And as much as it pains me to give up the Mythbusters trademark, I know
If I tried to fight this, I 100% know I would lose. So I told them I'm gonna do everything. I even asked them how to destroy the leftover merch, if it was better to burn or to shred, and they said that shredding would be acceptable. So I'm gonna burn them. That's amazing, it's surviving!
the cum is actually more prominent now than ever. I don't actually know what these shirts are made out of. So here it is, lawyers, proof that I've destroyed all the shirts with cum on them currently in my possession. Now, I still have about 1,000 Mythbuster shirts, and I just cannot afford to eat that loss by burning them. So I have begged and pleaded with the lawyers to give me a grace period until July 23rd to continue selling the last remaining Mythbusters t-shirts, and they have agreed to those terms.
There you have it, folks. A cease and desist letter related to a CNN versus cum shirt and a guy that's just trying to keep a roof over his head. Probably some of the most creative swag that you've ever seen on the internet. Who knows? Maybe he'll have a comeback and have some other great merch out there. If not, it was a great run. If you like this video and you want to see more, take a look at all of the great attorneys here on Attorney Reacts channel. If you want to get at me, you know where I'll be. The Legal Bro, YouTube, social media, your class action guy, the protector of the little guy, the guy whose clients receive cease and desist letters all the time. That's okay. No need to be scared. Sometimes, though, you gotta take the high road. He made a good decision. I think that he made the wisest decision he could have. There you have it, folks. The man picking on the little guy once again. Legal Bro, out.
Big verdict.